Have you ever really thought about what you would do if a major disaster struck our city? What survival skills could you draw on? What resources could you turn to for help? A growing number of people in our community are asking these questions, and they've begun working together to find some answers.
I think it's really important, the more people we can have trained and made aware of preparedness for emergencies, the better off the whole community will be if and unfortunately when there will be an emergency or a disaster. It is probably as well prepared as many communities are, but that doesn't mean it's well enough prepared. And that's part of what we're trying to do, is educate the community and bring them along. It can be as simple as just putting enough water and food together for 5 days for the earth after an event. It can be as complex as obtaining a neighborhood, getting together and stockpiling tools, equipment, and materials to perform rescue operations in their neighborhood, light search and rescue, nothing that involves moving houses. That's not part of what we do. But light search and rescue, small fire suppression, things that we can do to help ourselves, because the professionals, Berkeley Fire Department and Berkeley Police Department, will be absolutely overwhelmed in a major disaster. They will not be able to respond to everything that needs to be done. We will have to take care of ourselves.
In June of 2014, a diverse group of city agencies, nonprofit organizations, local businesses, and volunteers held the first Berkeley Emergency Preparedness Fair. Hundreds of Berkeley residents came to the day-long event at the North Berkeley BART station, where they learned about the skills and resources that could be critical in a major emergency. The family-friendly event offered hands-on demonstrations, activities, and entertainments for people of all ages. Throughout the day, there were demonstrations of emergency first aid techniques in English and Spanish.
Tenemos guantes. ¿Por qué cree que tenemos guantes aquí?
Right here in my arm.
There were practical demonstrations of how to quickly respond to hazards in the home. Volunteers, nonprofits, and local businesses displayed and demonstrated some of the essential tools that should be part of any well-prepared household. Visitors had a chance to meet some of Berkeley's major disaster response agencies and learn about their services and training opportunities. The special focus of this year's fair was children and pets.
There will be children who are separated from their parents. There will be pets who are separated from their owners. And so we need to have readiness to care for and advocate for those individuals, humans and non-humans, when a disaster strikes.
One of the goals of this fair was to remind people that preparedness should involve every family member. Many of the day's activities focused on learning opportunities for the whole family. Workshops for children and parents explored establishing a safe meeting place where family members could gather, and how to make up a grab-and-go bag with emergency supplies. Storybook sessions throughout the day introduced the importance of preparedness to young learners. And it's never too soon to learn about safety in the home. The fair was a pet-friendly event, and demonstrations included meet-and-greet encounters with service dogs, displays of the kinds of necessary items for pets' emergency survival, and even pet first aid. This fair was the first of its kind in Berkeley, but it won't be the last. The event succeeded thanks to the people and organizations who put their time and energy into developing ideas about how our community can and must work together if a disaster strikes. So what's next?
It would be wonderful to get more business volunteerism because in an emergency, we might need food products, for instance, and businesses might, grocery stores, grocery outlets might have food that they can spare. Be great to get the libraries kind of within the umbrella because they could house people during the day, people that are homeless or without shelter. My particular interest now is approaching faith communities because I think they have an awful lot to offer volunteerism in general. They can provide so much support that kind of gets overlooked. We don't really stop to think that people are going to need a lot of emotional support.
We want your ideas, and we want even more people and organizations involved when we hold the fair again next year. Come be part of the planning. Here's how.